The New York Jets are searching for a new quarterback to head into the 2026 season with, and one name that could realistically become available for the New York Jets is KYLER Murray, former Arizona Cardinals quarterback. In my thoughts, Murray is one of those talented dual-threat quarterbacks in the NFL. However, fit matters. Offensive schemes matter, and that's exactly what we're going to get into this video today. I'm going to share my thoughts, and I'm going to give a quick breakdown for you guys in this quick Jack Talks Jets episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning into today's episode. So let's get right into it. Again, my stance on KYLER Murray, I think he is talented, but I don't think he fits right in Frank Reich's offensive scheme this season for the New York Jets, right? However, like I said, Murray is talented. He's one of the best. He's one of the most dynamic quarterbacks in the league. He can extend plays when protection breaks down. We've seen that happen many times throughout his tenure with the Arizona Cardinals. He makes a lot of off-platform throws that very few NFL quarterbacks can make. He's dangerous on scrambles, on design runs. He has an extremely quick release. He can make deep throws outside the pocket, and he's capable of making very explosive plays. And he's still relatively young, a former #1 overall pick, and has playoff experience and starting experience. So there's definitely talent there, right? But the real question is whether he fits what the Jets want to run offensively. And my opinion is he doesn't, right? He does not really fit with what the Jets want to be doing offensively this year. And here are some reasons why, right? KYLER Murray is 5 feet 10 inches tall. And the Jets offensive coordinator, Frank Reich, traditionally prefers bigger pocket passing quarterbacks such as Carson Wentz. And, some visibility over the offensive line can be an issue in certain concepts. Frank Reich's scheme relies heavily on timing routes, structured pocket passing, and a lot of play action from under center. And to be honest with you guys, that's not where KYLER Murray thrives. KYLER Murray thrives under spread systems, a lot of shotgun-heavy offenses, and a lot of improvisation with whatever offense he runs, like the ones he ran under the Arizona Cardinals. And despite being a very good improvising quarterback, despite being very good at escaping the pocket, there are some durability concerns with shorter quarterbacks such as KYLER Murray. Smaller quarterbacks take hits very differently than your average 6'2", 6'3" quarterback, and Murray's already had some injury concerns in the past in his NFL career. And he's expensive, right? KYLER Murray will be a very expensive quarterback. If the Jets are looking to draft a future quarterback for their franchise, I don't understand why paying a lot of money to this veteran if your eyes are set on most likely drafting a quarterback for your future, right? So while the talent is obvious, right? While the talent is right there, the philosophical fit might not be right for the New York Jets, right? And, a lot of Jet fans are wondering if the Jets will even have a chance to get KYLER Murray, right? It depends on, if he's going to go to if other teams need a quarterback desperately more, what schemes he fits better with them. And, of course, again, if he's guaranteed the starting job, right? If he goes to the Jets, that guy is guaranteed the starting job if he goes to the Jets. Guaranteed the starting job. There's no way I could see a world where the Jets pay KYLER Murray and don't let him start, right? There's no way you're going to be paying him big bucks. There's no way you're going to be giving him a bag. Probably a multi-year deal as well. At least 2 years, in my opinion, is what I think the Jets would give him and not start him, right? So that's just a little bit of a reason why I think the Jets would go after Murray and why Murray would agree to become the next Jets starting quarterback. Again, the Jets quarterback job is not appealing, especially for a lot of free agent quarterbacks. However, I feel like a lot of quarterbacks that know they are guaranteed to start would have a higher chance of joining that team rather than not being guaranteed a starting job and going to an offense that fits their scheme. That's just my opinion. I think if they're guaranteed a starting job, I think they're going to have a higher chance of going there. That's just my opinion, right? So again, Murray is one of those guys that has talent. He has a lot of talent. However, and I do like him, by the way. I do like Kyler Murray a lot. More than some people like him for sure. However, he does not fit with Frank Reich's offensive scheme. That's just the bottom line. Again, Frank likes those under center play actions, big bodied quarterbacks. Murray, A, doesn't thrive in those situations. B, Murray's not 6'3", right? Murray's no Carson Wentz. Murray's no 6'4" tank like Carson Wentz. He is a very, I don't want to say small, but he's a very, he's undersized for a quarterback that would fit right with Frank Reich. That's all I'm saying, right? So my final verdict on this is that, again, Murray's a very talented quarterback, but he's not an equal fit. That's basically what it is in a nutshell. For the Jets specifically, it's a scheme mismatch, size concerns, and financial commitment, I would say, are the three things that really appeal to me most about the idea of getting Kyler Murray, right? So Kyler Murray's a great quarterback. We all know that. But for the Jets and the system they want to run this season, I just don't think he's the right quarterback. Now, some quarterbacks I do think the Jets should go after, names like Malik Willis, nice 6'2", 200. I think he's a big guy for a quarterback, and he's very mobile and very young. Malik Willis is my ideal quarterback for the Jets to get this season. He is. Although I think he might end up being a Miami Dolphin, Malik Willis is still my first option for the New York Jets to sign this season. Another quarterback is Marcus Mariota, right? Mariota, he's 32. He's a big-body quarterback. And you know what? Despite being 32 years old, he's still very mobile. We've seen it over the past couple years with the Commanders. He is still a mobile quarterback, mobile enough to get you to at least survive outside of the pocket. He's mobile enough, and I will take that. Kirk Cousins is shut down, right? I don't think the Jets are going to get Kirk. I do not believe they're going to get Kirk whatsoever now over the past couple of weeks. Let me ask you guys, would you guys like to see Kyler Murray suit up in the green and white this season, or should they draft a quarterback and start the rookie day one, or sign another quarterback and have that veteran start day one? Let me hear your guys' thoughts below, and let's just hope the Jets finally make the right decision this year. I mean, when is the last time the Jets had a franchise quarterback? It has been decades since the New York Jets have had a true franchise quarterback. You could even say since Joe Namath, right? Sure, some names thrown in there like Vinny Testaverde, Chad Pennington, Ken O'Brien, but the Jets last time they were confident about a quarterback, like really confident, 100% certain, was Joe Namath. The Jets have not really had a true franchise QB since Namath. That's just insane. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you're new and like more Jets content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And make sure to check out my social medias, Jack Talks Jets, on both Instagram and Twitter, where you can get every announcement and short video that you can see on your feed, and news regarding upcoming videos and more. And I will see you all in the next video. In the meantime, JETS, 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 Jets. And I will see you all next time. Peace out, Jet fans.